What's up, NIO family? It's Rey-Jay back with another video. And in this one, I want to break down what's happening with NIO, Tesla, SPY, and a couple of other tickers. I'm going to break down what's going on with the economic calendar moving forward, talk about other factors involved in the markets, what you should be watching for as time progresses. Let me just mention that I am not a financial planner. Make sure you take nothing I say as financial advice. And also, if you guys can, please check out the Moomoo link. If you deposit $100, you're guaranteed 5 free stocks. If you deposit $1,000, you're guaranteed 15 in total. And the offer ends very soon in just about 5 days from now. Anyways, for NIO, we were looking at a very, very interesting structure right here. We're kind of range bound for the past 3 days, holding the support at 4.25. We also have this resistance around this 4.4 area. If we do break through this, we could be looking for a breakout back up towards at least 4.5. And if that breaks, we'll continue to push even higher towards our gap, which is well above over here. So overall, NIO is showing some signs that it wants to rebound. I just want to note, though, that even though that is the case, that's just a very, very short-term projection, because what's been happening is NIO has been just stuck within a range between 5 and 4 for the past couple of months, and we haven't really made a crazy move just yet. I do believe as time progresses, NIO will start to see a nice accumulation of buyers and big investors, but right now, there might be a small bounce coming as long as we start to hold this structure. So I'm going to break down more information about this in just a few minutes. Just notice that when it comes to economic data, there's not really much coming out for Monday, just a couple of bill auctions. For Tuesday, we have the JOLTS job openings reports coming out. This is going to be very important to understand how the economy is looking. For Wednesday, there's not really much going on. We just have some employment data and nothing else that's too crazy. For Thursday, we have some manufacturing numbers coming out. This is going to be important to understand how that sector is doing. Everything else, once again, quite minor for data. And then we also have some important data for the unemployment rate and labor force participation rate coming out for Friday. And once again, guys, next week is going to be the last week of trading for July, and we'll be back in August by the end of next week. So it's going to be very interesting to witness. Now, what else is worth noting for next week is the earnings. On Monday, we have McDonald's announcing earnings. For Tuesday, we have SoFi, PayPal, AMD, and Microsoft. So big tech is starting to announce those earnings. For Wednesday, we have Meta, not to mention ARM and a few others like Boeing. Thursday, when we have Amazon and Apple. So we have big tech earnings coming out for Thursday. It's going to be very, very impactful. So earnings will have a big effect on the markets, and we're going to start to see a reaction after market close on Tuesday. So Tuesday through Thursday, Tuesday through Thursday are going to be heavily dictated by big tech earnings. I can't wait to see what they end up leading to, so get ready for some high volatility. On top of this, I just want to mention to everyone that we also have some interesting news right here. NIO has its 12 full stack technologies making their debut in 2023. And over the past year, NIO's in-house R&D has been progressing from all aspects, achieving fruitful results. On July 27th, once again, they have their progress and innovative technologies reports coming out. This is going to be very, very important, so I can't wait to see what this leads to. So what do I see for the share price? I want to give you guys a bit of an analysis for NIO and the markets. We have a nice double bottom on NIO. If we continue from here, I do think that there is upside potential for us to try to push for 4.5. So long as we hold above 4.4, I think that 4.5 is coming. And so far, we're doing a pretty good job. So that looks quite promising to me. For others out there, we have SPY. SPY has a nice double bottom like structure. It's starting to look bullish. It looks to me like we're going to easily retest the high again because SPY is starting to shift directions. Yesterday was a weak close, but after the PCE data report was decent, all the data was very close to expectations. The market's trying to rebound. If we break 548, we're easily going up to 552 in my opinion. So I see quite a bit of upside potential looking at this chart. So far, so good from SPY. For ES, this chart's also favoring upside. If we break the resistance, I'll be looking for a test of 55.60. Overall, there's a bit of an uptrend that's starting. If we could break this structure right here, this is going to start to break out. We also have this gap to fall all the way up towards the 5600 area. Not going to count on that just yet, but I do think we're going to be going back up to the mid 5500s. There is more upside potential. SPX is also holding up decently. We've got a nice double bottom like structure. I don't think we came all the way down to fill this gap, but we're actually holding up very nicely. It's long due for a bounce, so I think that we might try to fill this gap next week. So I anticipate some upside potential. For Tesla, we have a nice accumulation structure. We're forming like an inverse head and shoulders like structure too. There is potential for us to bounce and start pushing even higher, but I want to see it break past 225. If that breaks, Tesla's going to push up even more. For NQ, we have a nice double bottom like structure as well, but we have to try to break past 19,250. If we break that, this could get a temporary bounce to 19,500. I see potential in this, but we have to see if resistance breaks. For the QQQ, we also have this resistance around 466. If this breaks, we'll be looking for a bigger push as well. There's a nice double bottom as well that's forming. We do have this gap below, so I'm going to be a little bit apprehensive when saying this, but I want to see if we can try to break 466. Watch this gap. We haven't been able to fill it, so we actually held decently today, but it's still getting very, very tight. So I do see this just getting tighter and tighter. It's not looking as strong as SPY. Tech is not really running as hard, but it depends if we can try to get back above 466. If we break that resistance, there could be a rebound coming. So it looks like it may consolidate for a little bit longer. Apple's in the same boat. It may continue to consolidate for a bit, but I want to see if we can break past 220 next week to get a rebound. So far, it's holding up well, and we'll just have to be very patient, at least for the rest of this. For a few more, I just want to call out it's the Russell 2000. This is actually showing some strength, breaking out very nicely. This has the potential push to 225. For others out there, we have Coinbase. Coinbase is consolidating, but if we end up breaking through 244, I could be looking for a push. It's showing some life, but that depends if we could hold above 240. So far, it's looking pretty good to me. So I'm favoring it trying to break 244 and try to push up towards 250. For Amazon, Amazon's looking a little bit more bullish. We have a nice potential uptrend. If we break 182.5, we'll be looking for a push all the way up towards 184 or just under that. And then we could push even higher after that to this imbalance. There's a good amount of potential in this since we have a double bottom. I think this could try to rebound, so watch for that. For Meta, we're looking more bullish. We have a nice inverse head and shoulders like structure. If we break and hold above 468, this thing could easily start pushing into the 470, basically the 470s. So at least 475 could be coming if we manage to break structure at 468. For Microsoft, we're looking more bullish. If we manage to break above 427.8, we'll be looking for a bigger push as well, all the way up towards the next resistance. I think that we're going to be watching 427. If we break that, I'll be looking for a much bigger push into the 430s. If we lose 424, we'll be dipping back down to 420, but this is favoring the upside, in my personal opinion. Google's also looking more bullish. If we break past 169.58, we'll be looking for a bigger push for about 172. This is favoring upside with a nice inverse head and shoulder, so I do see potential in this to push up higher, but I want to see if we can break past 170 first. There is a structure that's building here, so the market is starting to turn. Another good sign is that GameStop, it's trying to uptrend now. I excuse me. I think that this could end up dipping a little bit to try to fill this gap and then try to bounce. But overall, there is an uptrend right here. It is possible to dip a little bit more than try to bounce. We'll have to see if we can try to break above 24.8. If that's the case, we'll easily make our way back up towards the 25s. So there's an uptrend, might dip a bit, then try to push higher. AMC is also looking more bullish. There's a nice uptrend like structure. Might dip towards 5.11, then try to bounce. And I think that this could lead to even more upside for 5.5. So the market is turning more bullish. The dollar had that interesting looking structure. There's still that inverse head and shoulders like structure, but the thing is, this could be a trap. And so far, it's not really playing out. The dollar is struggling to break out above 104.6. And if anything, it actually declined a little bit today. So we'll see if the dollar tries to get that break. So far, it's struggling to do so, and the inverse head and shoulders is failing. And instead, this could actually be forming a head and shoulders instead. So if the dollar does start breaking below the 104s, this could fuel the market to start pushing even higher. So watch for that very carefully. Anyways, that's pretty much it for my video. NIO has a nice double bottom like structure, does have upside potential in the hourly time frame. This is favoring upside in my opinion, so we'll just have to see how things go. With that being said, thank you for listening, guys. I'll see you guys very soon in the next one. I'm not going to be recording a video tomorrow. I'll be back on Sunday. Until then, have a great day and peace out.